hive cluster is under attack.
Live for the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. It's Remastered. Today on Dominator, it is Speed and LARVA in a 2025 replay. Both these dudes, incredible players. Top side, it's gonna be Speed. And on the bottom side, it is LARVA. Love these two dudes. LARVA is a more accomplished player than Speed is, but Speed is on the up-and-coming track to become an excellent StarCraft player. Man, he did so well in ASL, and I'm not going to spoil anything because I didn't say he was out, but he performed very well in the group stages. So we will see who comes out on top here on Dominator. Got this replay from who else? RJB. And let's go ahead and see what's going on for the teal and yellow players here today. I do love yellow. It's my favorite color for Warcraft 2 as well as StarCraft, man. I just like the way it makes stuff pop, especially Troll Berserkers and Elven Archers, right? Elven Rangers as well, because they have that face paint going on. Just, looks so good to 10-year-old me, who was super obsessed with Warcraft 2, man. I had the demo for it. I played the demo levels so many times. And my cousin had the entire game, so I played levels beyond that, but I never beat it until I did on Twitch a few years ago now. So I want to say it's like 2016 or 2017 when I beat it. It is hard, man. 90s video game hard. But I did beat it. I didn't feel good after I beat it, but I beat it nonetheless. So it's a hatch first play here from our guy LARVA. Barracks walling off for an expansion here. Safe and economical. Tastosis says that they've been seeing overpool openings in this matchup a little bit more than usual here in the year 2025, but not for LARVA. LARVA's taking a hatch first. Terry the Overlord scouting out. That's right, Terry, man. Falcon Paladin .store is the place to go to get your face on t-shirts and mugs and other stuff like that. We'll ship anywhere. You can buy stuff in your local currency, but according to the demographic report that YouTube says, you're an American, a Canadian, or a German. So anyway, good scout here. Oh, so trying to wall off here and it screwed it up? I don't know. So the drone says, no gas. Okay, fair enough. You're going to expand, so I'll take my third. Super early, but not early because the scout revealed that this is an expansion build. And no second racks here, no gas. And this drone did its job and gets away with its life despite being shot in the back by a Marine. Are we not going to take a third LARVA? Interesting choice. Fair enough. That is your prerogative. Maybe this drone? Nope. So we've got a lair coming up. We've got a Spire on the way. And Speed is going to have to deal with a lot of Mutalisks here from our guy LARVA. So it's a 2-hatch Muta against a 1-Rax expand timing. Could take it here, which I do not like, but, you know. Players take it there anyway, so I'm not going to argue. And checking out the lair timing is this SCV. He's a hero as well. Just think about it, man. You are a drone with, like, so few hit points and no armor. You are an SCV with so few hit points, a little bit more, and no armor. And you're expected to scout into enemy territory. My goodness, what a scary thing. So, we've got an academy on the way here, but no engineering bay. Hang on a second. Nope, second barracks, so no engineering bay. So no +1 timing attack here from our guy Speed. We will get an engineering bay, but a little bit later, because engineering bays do not need a lot of time to complete, and missile turrets do not either, but you need to be making your missile turrets about the same time that these Mutalisks are in these eggs, or else the Mutalisks will destroy your entire mineral line, and you will have to tap out. It's happened. It has happened a lot of times to Terran players. Not at this level, but while they're coming up, right? I think so. Hey, look, it's a supply depot. Hey, look, it's another barracks. Hey, look, it should be an engineering bay in the next minute or so. These lings say, are you going to pop out with 4 lings at a weird timing and kill my drones? No? Okay, great. I'll just go ahead and take a third base then. here at sub 5 minutes. Bam, not early, but it's certainly not late for a 2-hatch Mutalisk build. ASL 19, man, has so many great games. Good stuff here. I think by now, yeah, by the time you see this, I think I can spoil one game, man. Action versus Rain. Was it Metalopolis? What's the name of that map? I don't remember exactly what the name of it is. Ooh, Overlord gets sniped. Link's tried to jump in there, but no. Great job repositioning the Marines. But yeah, it's a game between Rain and it's Action. And Action ends up being very far ahead, around 20 minutes into the game. He's doing great. He's got a bunch of bases. He's crushing it. He has a great economy. He's winning all of the battles against Rain. Rain's an amazing Protoss player. And then Rain sends out ADT. It gets into the main base, kills a bunch of drones, hides, waits until the drones get repopulated on the base, kills a bunch more drones, hides, and it's like, oh, okay. So the fact that Action didn't want to build a single sunken at every one of his bases there and have an Overlord hanging out just so DTs can't do that, many lost the game. He threw it because he was so stubborn. He didn't want to build a sunken. Anyway, hey, look, it's 5 Mutalisks showing up. They're here to harass, aren't they? There's no way we're not making more Mutalisks. That's something that Zerg players will do. Like, show up with 5 Mutalisks, they harass. They're going into lurkers and other stuff. Any more than that, it indicates more Mutalisks, but look at that. It is more Mutalisks coming in back home with a +1 flyer attack, no less. So LARVA trying to trick the kid here a little bit. Trying to make him think, oh, I just made 5 Mutalisks, but there are no lurkers because we didn't make the gas for that. This attack looks really deadly. But wow, standing in, LARVA decides we can handle this. We're going to lose a lot of our Mutalisks in the process, but we're going to kill every one of these Marines, every one of these medics, and shut that attack down. Thank you. No drones will die. No damage will go onto that hatchery. And you are set back. Oh, we're going to leave that medic alive. Just kidding. As a message to the others, but no, that's not happening either. Third gas on the way. Here from LARVA, 2 base in it, and when that first attack gets utterly wiped out like that, it is a bad feeling. A really bad feeling when it comes to it for the Terrans. So, kind of stuck in his own main base here, attacking this barracks, hoping to get some glaive splash off onto these Marines, maybe barracks, and then bunker, and then maybe these Marines standing a little bit too close to the bunker. Yeah, Mutalisk flock. Guess what? I made more than 5 Mutalisks. Ho ho! Tricked you, didn't I? Says LARVA. There is a Hydralisk down on the way. This is not going to be Mutalisks all the livelong day. He delays construction on that factory. Massive, massive get for him. And the Mutalisks falling back. Falling back. Not, oh my gosh, 2 Marines wandered in to the 3rd base. Killed a couple drones here. Sees the Hydra Den as well. Dude, he did sneak a couple Marines across the map. The Mutas are taking a lot of damage. Oh, losing another one on the way out is never a good feeling. Okay, so nope, not even, there we go. Now they're +1 mutas as soon as those Marines died. Very funny stuff. So, not too many drones here at this base. 2 of them got killed. Not really going to call the end of the game at all. But, yeah, I mean, again, having us sunken at your bases is kind of incredible. It's kind of nice. That way 2 Marines can't wander over there and kill all of your drones. Ooh, Queen's Nest in 8 minutes. Lurker aspect on the way here, too. So it's a lot of mutas, but it's not an infinite number of Mutalisks. We've seen Soma do that before in this matchup, but not something we're going to get here. It's just going to be these 11 mutas with their +1 attack. They're just going to buy time for the Queen's Nest to finish and the Hive to come in. Double starport. Guess what that's for? Science vessels. Good job picking off that missile turret. This harassment on speed is really annoying. Every medic that dies is another Ultralisk that's going to be alive later on. Just saying. Ooh, bounce. There it is. Getting that bounce off on that supply depot onto the Marines. He kills his own supply depot. So that's not possible anymore. Hey, they say, if you want to shoot us, shoot us. Don't use this supply depot to bounce glaive damage onto us, you meanie. I kind of like that move. Out of speed. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, got Hydras out. Lurker aspect almost done. We're going to Lurker the base up, which is basically getting a sunken. I'm okay with it. LARVA knows what's up, dude. Guy plays with his feet. He knows how to play StarCraft. Anyone that is doing that knows what they're doing. It's like that time that Larry Bird played a game left-handed back in the 80s in the NBA because he was like, I'm so tired of playing right-handed all the time. It's kind of boring. So he played left-handed an entire game. Still had like 25 points or something. It's kind of ridiculous. Behold, hive timing. About done here for our dude. You know how this works thus far. Gonna try to get a control tower off on that starport, maybe. Speed feels brave enough to move out. Whether or not he's right in that assessment, I will leave that up to him. We get a couple of Valkyries. Look at me making assumptions here. It is going to be Valks from Speed and a +1 ship weapons, which indicates a high likelihood of getting a battle cruisers later on. Ho, 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 ho. How do you like them apples? Oh, but if you lose the Valkyries immediately... Oh my gosh, how one of them isn't even dead? How did not one of them die there? Because 48 hit points, because they got more hit points than you think, man. 200's a lot of hit points. It's 2 Scourge, so you watch 2 Scourge connect it, and you're like, weak unit. But Scourge do 125 damage per shot, so... Come on, it's a big hit, and it needs almost all of it. Vulture and Spider Mine's on the way. Is she going... Floating this barracks. Is he going hybrid on us? Or is he just doing the thing where... I haven't seen this in a while. We've talked about it a lot before, but... The Terran player has a factory anyway because they needed it to build the starport, so they just get Spider Mines. They make Vultures off of one factory. And they lay Spider Mines everywhere, and with the Vultures, and then the rest of the time it's SK Terran, so it's not SK Terran. Oh. It's a variation thereof that is actually kind of awesome. So Scourger up to try to catch these. The 4 friggin' Valkyries with good Valkyrie micro. Yeah, you can kill those Scourge. 3 of them go down, and that one doesn't even get close. It stops before it attacks because that's what they do. Dude, 4 Valkyries going to town on your overlords. That is not something any Zerg player wants to see. It's like, who is this supply block to no less? Is Speed going to pull off a victory here today? At 12 minutes, it sure feels like he is. Further supply blocking LARVA. This is not some scrub on a ladder. This is LARVA. He's got 350 APM. His muta control is second to none. He plays with his feet sometimes and gets punished for it, but he does it. 1-1 upgrades for the Marines. Mutas are like, can we go somewhere the Valkyries are not, please? And they do see these Vultures, and they're like, wait a second, what? You meching on me? The answer is no. Scourge did connect on 1. They should be in pairs. So did get 1 Valkyrie, but there are 5 of them with +1 attack soon. It's not here yet. It will be here soon. And come on. There it is. 6+1 per rocket. It's a gajillion rockets. It's like 8 rockets per Valkyrie, guys. It's a bunch of rockets. And Scourge trying to connect. They get a connection on 1. They don't take any of the Valkyries down, though. This is great micro out of Speed. I told you believe in Speed. Where are the Hydralisks? Did they all turn into Lurkers? I kind of feel like they did. Oh, he's floating the racks out. It is a full mech transition here from Speed. He does love his mech in TVZ. Obviously, he loves it in TVP, but that's kind of a requirement. He loves it in this matchup more than I think most players do. In 2025, anyway. That might change, but man, look at these mutas. They're like, okay, so you got a ton of Marines with upgrades and Valkyries. Oh, the evaporation of these Mutalisks is just so heartbreaking to see for every Zerg player on Earth. 137 and 91 supply here in favor of Speed. He's expanding to the right side. He's got 4 bases rocking here. 54 workers to a 3-basing Zerg. The Lurkers are going to be a problem for the Marines, obviously, but never mind. Cleared them all out. Easy peasy. These guys are a bigger issue, but they're not near enough to a base to really cause an issue at all. Siege mode's on the way. Factory. 3 more factories in production all the time. Zerg players on 3 bases now has to adjust with a full mech switch. Out of Speed, one of the best mech players in the world today. Crazy annoying stuff, man. Vultures don't trade crazy well against Lurkers. Trying to get them to come up here and trigger a Spider Mine and take that attack to the face because, I mean, 125 hit points, 125 damage. Haha! Wait, what? Did that attack or not? I kind of feel like it did, but maybe it didn't. Science Vessel's providing detection anyway, and then we jump on it, and I don't think those lurkers paid for themselves at all. The Valkyrie hit squad of 7 Valkyries able to kill overlords from a massive distance with extreme Valkyrie micro. It's tricky stuff. It's really tricky stuff to pull off, but we're talking speed here. He can do it. Finally, a 4th base on the way from LARVA. Can't be happy about that. How late it is, Zerg fans, dude. Another supply block. Heck yes, that was. 84 available supply out of 94 used. Expanding here too. Is LARVA is getting Metasynaptic Node. He doesn't have any Defilers yet. Plaguing up these Valkyries is a good move, but my gosh, there are not enough Hydras to really cause these guys many issues. Or these gals many issues. I love floating barracks out across the map because enemy Scourge will engage with them by default and attack them and waste themselves because, you know, 1,000 HP. Okay, Irradiate Plague Battle. Going back and forth here. It's hard to kill a barracks with a Scourge. You can't do it, actually, dude. Look at me. They're like, oh, what's that? You've got 3 Hydras? Let me supply block you again. I think he might have lost 1 there. He did. He lost 1 there. Hydras. I don't know about Hydras. I obviously enjoy the lurkers very much, but there are going to be siege tanks here soon. He's repairing the plagued vessel. Dude, speed just became every Terran player's favorite player because every time I cast a game where science vessels are getting plagued, I get comments like, why didn't Terran repair his science vessels? Is he an idiot? It's like, well, speed's not. I think that's the direct counter to that now is speed does it. Watch a speed game. Or if you watch Royal, he'll get restoration on his battle cruisers. Well, restoration for the plague on his BCs, right? His medics will get the upgrade. Ultraless Cavern coming in. Not a huge fan of that against mech unless you're dropping the Ultras on top of the tanks, which, guess what? You can do that. That is something in your wheelhouse, Zerg players. Drops are amazing. I don't know about these Vultures. Finding some drones, okay. Finding a drone transfer and maybe killing a couple Defilers is not bad either. Wow, okay. This Vulture's kind of YOLO'd in there, but I think got some pretty good value. 69 is the worker count for speed, and 50 is the worker count for LARVA. It is a massive, massive upgrade on economy here. So the good news is that this 5th base exists. There's no gas, but, you know, I guess we're making a lot of lings anyway. Clear out those spider mines. That said, we got Hydras here. Hydras with Overlords. Same thing as Dragoons with Obs. Ow. Look at this siege tank from, like, downtown. Off-screen, getting a shot off and killing a Hydralisk there. Ridiculous. Chitin plating's on the way. The mech's at 1-1. The Marines are also 1-1. The Scourge are at 0-2. And the Hydra upgrades are at 2-1. Mutalisks have that +1 and a +1 upgrade. So Scourge benefiting from that upgrade as well. Help them survive a couple more shots. A couple more rockets, I guess. What? Oh, there is one sunken at this base. I take it back. There's a single sunken at this base. And guess what? A ton of the Vultures died before they really got too much done. Look how they have to hide. I mean, they're going to kill a lot of the drones here, but that could be worse. 5th base. Ooh, no. 6th base coming in the right side from LARVA. He knows when to macro. He knows when to feel pretty good. He recognizes that transitioning to mech takes a minute. It's going to be really hard to get up the tank count requisite to really make a push out here for speed. But it's speed we're talking about. He's pretty much there. That said, this base getting solidified is a huge deal for LARVA. Calm Sats on the way. Free. Oh, Defiler saves himself. I was going to call that a free Defiler, but it totally wasn't. Spider Mines do kill a couple of the Defilers underneath the Dark Swarm. Couple more. Staying alive. Yeah, and this is why we call him Speed. He's really, really good with Vultures. He's the Vulture terrorist. He's maybe the new incarnation of it in the modern era. Yeah, Dark Swarm those drones, keep them alive against these Vultures, and bam, incredible value for like 8 Vultures, which is cheap as free. When you're meching anyway, you're not taking any money away from anything else. Are we going to take this entire map? I don't think I've seen Dominator in a game where the entire map has been taken. The closest thing, I want to say, was that game between Artosis and JSH on Dominator. That was an insane ZVT that has a crazy ending that you've probably seen it, but if not, let me know and I'll give you a link to it. But Yeah, every base on the map may have been taken there. So, it's been done. It's just pretty rare, especially at the pro level. Just got one base left that hasn't been taken yet. We're only at 20 minutes. Incredible macro from both sides. I think Speed's leading the charge on the macro. Oh, fantastic plague on 3 of the 4 science vessels. Irradiates on the lurkers, though. Getting some work done there, too. Hydra trying to pick out the science vessel. C-Tank say, hey, nope, absolutely not. Valkyrie's looking for overlords down this right side of the map. They're going to find a couple here that are undefended. Might as well go get them. You guys exist for this very reason. Killing overlords and killing mutas. Oh, but these ones find the 3 plague science vessels. Take them out. Great, great shed up there. Not supply blocking Larva. He has more overlords than you might think. No Sunkens at this right side base, though. Larva, shame for shame. Lost about 8 drones there. Okay, this Valkyrie got lost. And the double spore in the natural base sure got rid of her. Spider mines on a Larva are very hilarious. Because, I mean, Larva, you don't really think of it that way, but that's production. You lose Larva, that slows down. Ow, that does slow down. The Zerg player, he gets the other science vessel. A plague on a bunch of the tanks here, too. Dude, Spider Mine's inside this mineral line on the right side. Not good. Not a good time whatsoever. Got Karen on boost, firing up. The remaining Marines that were not given the upgrades they usually get. So good luck fighting these Ultralisks. Yeah, no. I mean, even if these were fully upgraded Marines, they'd be dead anyway. So the Ultras are out. Let's see if they get dropped. If they walk into this tank line, I'm going to be upset. I mean, at least we're going to get a Dark Swarm. Here we go. Charging in. Big, beefy boys. Already plagued some of these tanks. So they go down pretty darn easily. Big attack. Okay, fine. With Dark Swarm and with already previous plague being on a bunch of those tanks, that's a huge win from Larva, crushing that position with ease. Not net ease, but with ease. And then finally getting into a Terran base for the first time today. Yeah, this is the first time he's been into a Terran base. He's trying to come up this left side, too. And that group all dies. This group, maybe take down a refinery. Could be worse. A lot of SCVs dying here, too. 67 to 59 workers in favor of who? The Zerg player now. Unsieged tanks plus siege tanks. Causing some issues here. 2 Lings getting them. No. Stay over here. Allow the tank splash to kill these SCVs. Not happening. Are you going to fight these Adrenalings with 3-2? SCVs, no. Dude, Speed was in such a good spot, but the plague on the tanks and this little counterattack really hurting them economically right now. Spider mines are freaking me out. Drones won't trigger them, we know that, but man, 1 Ling makes his way down here for some reason, or like Hydras. It is sayonara for a bunch of those drones. About even supply here, which is not where you want to be as a Zerg player against a meching Terran. Especially with +3 attack, speed. Okay, but we could turn in. There you go. Well, maybe. Maybe kill those tanks. Not with a couple Lings, though. Probably need more than that. Hydras at 2 attack upgrades, too. So both players doing a good job getting the upgrades for the things that they need in the late game. The Ultralisks already have +2. They could be working on +3. They're not. It's okay. Lings roll up to this top right base again. I want to say that's the 4th base of speed. Get an SCV and get up into this base and kill a Marine. A couple drones die to a Vulture 1x2. Nothing too crazy there. 71 to 55 workers is the bigger part of this game. The bigger thing that matters when it comes right down to it. Zerglings clearing out spider mines with their little bodies. Also, you can't clear out siege tank shots. Those are not finite. Those will be thrown up here again. This is Speed announcing his intentions. I'd like this base, please. May I have it? I'm going to come try to kill it real quick. High ground right here. Firing into that base is pretty fantastic. Keep looking at these spider mines on the minimap. They freak me the... Oh, yes. Drop here. Yeah, drop here. Force someone to come in and trigger the spider mines. Hey, there we go. And that's another trigger. Okay, not as many drones died as I thought, but still, you know, he got some value into it. Obviously, drops! We have the drops. Dark Swarm up first. Lings coming out of that thing. Ultras coming out of that thing as well. That base is in a lot of trouble. Bring a queen to infest the command center. Speed's in an immensely difficult position here. He keeps losing SCVs. He's replacing them pretty effectively. Vultures do get down into this base again. I'm telling you, this is my least favorite kind of base on this map, and there are 4 of them. Just goes to show. So that command center is not even anywhere down to where it needs to be infested. Good plague on those tanks before it dies, though. And the Comsat. Nicely done, Defiler, friend. Yeah, see, tanks on this high ground firing into this main base on the right side. So good. Can't quite hit the hatch. Not the main one. The macro hatches are free. Are we seriously trying to make these mutalisks do something? He's like, yeah, I'm trying to harass. Never mind. You're going to get out of here. Space is on fire. Has no dudes working at it whatsoever. Now we're dropping tanks into this right side base of Larvas, though. D-Matrix the tank. Try to keep it alive against these 4 1-1 mutas. Where'd all the Valkyries go? I assume they ran into Scourge and Spores a while ago. I think otherwise they would have been involved in this battle. Both players are maxed out at 26 minutes, sir. I'm gonna throw that out there. What is siege tanking over here? Just kind of running up the middle. There's no base in the center to really fight after on this Dominator, but, you know, center position's still a good one to not let the enemy have. 1 lurker inside Dark Swarm versus infinite siege tanks. Who wins? You know who wins. You are an adroit StarCraft viewer. No. This is not how you do Ultralisks. Yeah, dragging Spider Mines into a tank so it dies along with you is not how this works. For Zerglings, yeah. For Ultralisks, no. What a bloodbath of a game this is. Speed has lost so many SCVs, but he's at 64 now. He's pretty happy. I don't think he would ask for more. Problem is, this right side base represents, I'd say, over half of the map belonging to Larva, and you just can't have that happen if you're a Terran player. Again, cost efficiency is a big deal. Okay, this Defiler really wants to plague these 2 Goliaths. That would be amazing. What happened to your drops? Where did they go? You have dropper lords right over there, sir. And siege tank fire does get rid of that tank and those lings. See, the lings, that's cool. The lings do it, it's awesome. But when Ultralisks do it, not allowed. This hatchery down to 300 hit points. It could be infestable if you could infest enemy hatcheries, which think how cool that would be. Dude, infesting enemy nexuses and enemy hatcheries would be crazy rad. Honestly, lore-wise, it should work. I don't see why it wouldn't work. So gameplay-wise, it should be a thing as well. It comes into play so rarely. I don't think it would, wouldn't be a big deal, but it'd be very fun. Anyway, more Ultras are here. They've got, they don't have that +3 attack up. Oh, they do almost have it. I don't know. I don't know if this is worth. A lot of dead Ultras there for maybe 3 or 4 siege takes. Maybe. Hey, guess what? Speed's being active with his Vultures again. Did you know? Did you hear about that? Hey, we're dropping Ultras on top of tanks over here. Dude, honestly, any Zerg player that will drop Ultralisks in a meching TVZ automatically earns 20 points of respect from Falcon. Just shows me you know what you're doing. I mean, he's doing a combination of kind of running into tanks and dropping on top of tanks, so I'm not going to give him like an A+ or anything, but it's an A. It's an A score, maybe a B+. Hey, guess what's in trouble? The top right again. Guess who's got Vultures down at it? This 4th base again. Make a queen. Just infest a command. Just to take it out of the play. I guess Speed's doing a pretty good job lifting. Boxer maneuver! Dude, catching a Defiler. Oh, never mind. I'm just going to irradiate the Defiler. That's fine. Boxer maneuvering an Ultralisk is very funny. Running into a Spore is also very funny. Why are you going this way? Excellent. The problem overall is that SCVs are dying at an alarming rate. Bruno was about 65 workers, 63 for speed a second ago. It's 49 now to 68 drones. Obviously, Zerg can replace their losses a lot faster than Terran can. Although at this stage, he's got so many command centers, he could be pumping out 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 SCVs at a time. Which is about what Zerg can do, right? At any given moment. Well, they can do like 27 drones at a time. But it's still a lot. Siege tank push. First, I think real concerted push into a base by speed here at 30 minutes. Hilariously. Ultralisk down. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Spider Mines providing a little bit of vision on the high ground. Siege tanks doing the work. And he takes the hatchery down. Okay, look, that's just old-fashioned work there from these siege tanks. That's what we like to see. Now, if Speed could take it, he's going to be very happy about this. It'll take a long time for the creep to recede, unfortunately for him, but if he can take it down, I think he's in a good spot here. Yeah, Lings, Ultras, Hydras working together. I like adding Hydras into this mix. Oh! D-Matrix Siege Tank Town here. All 3 tanks are D-Matrix. Not gonna save him, unfortunately. Everybody knows. Don't lose the Overlord. Spider Mines are a problem. Okay, didn't lose the Overlord. More SCVs dying. It is looking extremely like Larva's got this thing in the bag. That said, Speed's got a bank and Larva doesn't. Larva can't remax on anything here. He's got exactly, well, he's spending his money extremely well. I guess that's the thing. Is it a low bank? Or is he spending his money incredibly well? His Ultra should have gone back home. That's something Zerg players have to be better at doing is, hey, you killed every SCV at a base. An army's coming to deal with you. Maybe go home. Maybe don't be around when the, 3 siege tanks and 3 Goliaths show up and you're already injured. You're very squishy. Yeah, this creep colony has to die for this creep to fully recede, so that's what Speed's up to there. 181 to 170 supply in favor of Larva. Plague, Dark Swarm. Ugh, nothing. I don't know if that Defiler had enough energy to do it, but was there nevertheless. Hydralisks. Little drops. Just doing a little drop tour here. It's like, oh, there are some tanks. We could drop things onto them too. Drop in on top of your tanks. It's so good. I don't have to tell you how good it is. Did you see how good that was? How many shots did those Ultras take before they were on top of the siege tanks? 0. 0. Larva sending more stuff in here. This command center still not at 500 hit points, where it could be infestable. I still haven't seen a queen in the production tab either, so it doesn't really matter. See, this is where Ultras need to go home. Ultralisks, this is not your destiny. Get out. Okay. Lings, clearing Spider Mines. That is their destiny. I'll allow it. Back in this position. Speed. Larva manages to retake the 9 o'clock. Speed never really got within spitting's distance of being able to take it. So Larva's up 32 workers at this moment. Not that he's got a lot of bases mining. He has this and this and this. This is mining because so many drones have died at it. And I guess he has this too. But 4 bases and 72 workers is kind of too many workers. Friendly fire tank splash. Does not kill that guy. I just don't know what this is with like 4 Zergling. Hey, he learned. He got that Ultralisk out of there. It just wasn't enough to deal with this. I don't know what Lings are trying to do. Nice Science Vessel snipe. And 1 connection on a Science Vessel is good enough for 2 Scourge. Like a 50% hit rate from Scourge is something Zerg players will take every time. They will allow it. I think Speed's just in an immense amount of trouble here. He is taking Larva to 30 minutes plus. And I'm going to give him a massive win for that. Not many Terran players in the world can take Larva to 30 minutes plus. And most of them have ASL championships. Larva sending Spider Mine's chasing. It's an interesting target to go after this natural base. He's like, wait, there's nothing here. We're getting on top of these factories, though. That's a little bit better. Spider Mines get laid. Oh, gets attacked before it explodes. Oh, that one gets a hit. Vultures still can't finish them off. Siege tanks can, but look, pull the tanks out of position, and bam! Over to this, we'll call that a 10 o'clock base again. SCV count down to 30. The Ling micro here is good, because if you just tell them to attack the SCVs, they'll chase and hit them once every 10 seconds. But if you run past them and attack, you get a few more attacks in there. It's tricky micro, and doing it in a game like this requires a lot of APM that you could probably use for other stuff, but he's prioritizing it here. 27 SCVs. 27. This right side base is barely happening. This 10 o'clock base has an Ultralisk sitting at it with 0 kills. He's desperately trying to get a kill, man. And he does by killing a stationary building that can't shoot back. So not exactly the highest of quality kills, but will allow it. Plagued up. Little vulture drop on the right side. Big fan of this. No sunkens at this base. I just like to point that out. These drones are all going to die. Although, I don't know how many drones you would save by having a sunken here, but, you know, I probably wouldn't lose all of them. Unsieged tanks getting some value, though. What a non-stop game this has been. I mean, after the 2-hatch Muta opening, it's been go, go, go. The mech transition was very smooth. But at the end of the day, I think Speed is what I like to call in a lot of trouble. I think I've said that already, but he maintains his position there. Unfortunately, double Ultralisk drop. Speedy delivery. Did somebody call for an Ultralisk delivery? Speedy delivery. That reminds me of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Used to watch that when I was a kid. Character name, I believe his name was Mr. McFeely. He was the mailman for Mr. Rogers, and he would deliver the mail and talk to Mr. Rogers and do educational moral lessons and things. Anyway, okay, we're down a lot right now. You can see the supply as well as I can. Another hatch is going to go down. This base maintains to be dead. This base is not dead. There's still 2 ultras in this Overlord, and I think Larva may have forgotten about them. Speed's going to get another hatch. I think that's his second base entirely wiped out this game. Larva says, screw it. Let's go. And he runs a ton of Lings into a ton of Spider Mines. This is infestable. Just kidding, it's dead. But it was infestable for a good 10 seconds. Dude! A sunken! What? Ranting about action earlier in the cast, and now we have our own little version of this. You're not one-shotting the drones. You're getting the audible notification that these drones are dying, but it's 40 workers at 23 right now is the difference. Speed doesn't have the economy to do anything right now compared to what Larva has. Larva's got another base he's rolling with. This one actually dies because the tanks do roll in. But 37 workers is bad for Larva, but 23 for SCVs. It kind of makes you feel better about it from the Terran perspective. Not that you know what the worker count is. Can he not get on top of it? He can now. Those vultures were in a really tight hidey hole. Oh, Spider Mines. No. He drags it into the tank at least. He knew he was going to die. So he's very on top of the things. Managed to drag it onto a tank. That's very cool. Trying to use vultures to dislodge ultras out of your main base is a tough thing, but Speed's got the micro. He's got the APM for it. 418 in total here. Lings. All right. I think this one's just about over. I'm trying to see. It's a 20 supply lead for the Zerg. It's just he's still mining over here. These little vulture attacks are actually being defended. Hey, that's way better than this base had going for it a few minutes ago. Main CC is going to get taken down to 800 hit points. Not that it's providing any real value. This right side base is everything for Speed right now. How many factories does he have left? 4 of them? 4 factories left, 1 base mining. It's really only 1 base mining from Larva right now, too. He doesn't have the money to re-expand to this right side, but I feel like he probably should. I feel like Speed's in all of his attention as he catches some more drones transferring up to this base. Dude, honestly, 1 sunken or fine. A Dark Swarm on top of your drones gets the job done, too. Have a Defiler there. Have something there. What you can't have is nothing. What you can't have is simply nothing. 10 o'clock base might get reestablished here. Dude, Spider Mine Central. Ow. Yeah, fully upgraded Ultras, obviously. We're at the 40-minute mark, so yeah. You think? 99 to 73 supply. Lings and Ultras for all time. Another group gets here into the main base, but enough Ultras to handle these Zerglings. A drop. Is this the same one that... Do not lose this Overlord that contains these. Do not do it. Did he forget? He's dropping over here and wiping this last base out for Speed. Okay, if you lose this, unload the Ultras, Larva. Unload the Ultralisks. Okay, he saved them at least. He didn't just let them die, but I don't think he knows that he has dudes in there. I'm pretty sure he doesn't know. Like, oh, I got an Overlord up there. That's neat. These ones have dudes in them. Yeah, Speed, not enough money. One last hurrah, it looks like here. His main base is going to get ravaged unless the Overlords change trajectory to come down and deal with this last group of tanks. And it seems that's what they're going to try to do. He's like, I just got to shut down this last army, and I think I've got this. Yeah, unsiege siege tanks inside Dark Swarm against Lings. Nope. And we're unloading Ultralisks right on top of your butt. And you're going to die. Yeah, tank down, tank down, tank down. Good micro on that tank as well. Handful of tanks remaining. Still a bit of a threat. But 7 more sets of Lings. 14 Lings and another Ultralisk are in the production tab. Speed is out of cash. He's making a couple more Vultures. He is hitting this final hatchery of larvas. He's got enough money to build a new hatch on the right side, and he probably should. He should evac these drones out of here, expand on the right side, and just buy yourself enough time to deal with these tanks as they go across the map. I mean, the hatch is dead anyway, so you probably don't want them coming back in here regardless. He might. They will want to come back here. But 28 supply remaining for a Terran player. 4 of those are SCVs. More cracklings and... No, one of the 4 SCVs. These guys were running for it. Ugh. Lings. Oh, Spider Mines killed 2 of them. 1 SCV remains. Another command center going to die unless it gets listed off. Okay, so fine. Larva's probably not going to lose this Overlord that contains 2 Ultras, but I'm still very upset he forgot this Ultralisk. Or these Ultras are inside this Overlord. That's what I'm trying to say. And GG. Speed taps out. He's got nothing left. He knows it. He's not going to try to play it out from this point. Or he's got an SCV remaining. This is not a bad place with these Vultures, though. Right? These Vultures come in. Pa, 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 pa. All these drones die. It's 20 drones, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of them are here. And entirely undefended. There's 1 Ling. You can handle that. We could have knocked the economy of Larva down, but I think maybe all his tanks are dead too. Actually, I should know. So that's a GG. Tap that like button if you enjoyed it. Let's go back and see if we can find what happened to the final Ultralisks of Larva. We can get a little picture on the minimap of how this game went the whole time. Okay, we're back here, so let's watch what these tanks did. Again, tanks did fine. They sieged up, they killed... Yep, we know they killed this hatch with the support of these Vultures. And then try to drop on the tanks again. They're not dying. I got distracted by what was happening on the top side of the map at this point. These tanks come over, and are they going to try to defend this? Or are they going to try... They try to high ground it here. These aren't still alive when the game is over, are they? Oh! 2 Mutalisks arrived. Sometimes that's all you need is just a couple Mutalisks to arrive. Oh, that's good. That is funny. That's really good. What a great game there from LARVA and Speed at 43 minutes here. So, again, Speed is an excellent Terran player. We will see him at ASL for the next, 5 years. And we will see LARVA also. What a great game. We've got Mech. We've got Ultralisks being dropped. We have Plague. We have Dark Swarms. We've got Science Vessels all over the place. We had Valkyries that showed up. What a match. I don't know if I can ask for more from a StarCraft Brood War TVZ. It's one of my favorite things. This is so good. It really just came down to these bases. LARVA had them. He lost them, but Speed never took them. And Speed never took this base either. So that's brutal. That is a brutal, brutal play. So at the end of the day, could not keep up economically and was forced to tap, which, again, no shame against LARVA. 395,000 points to 369. Out producing the Terran player. 1,300 Zerg units produced is so many. Wow. The kill-death ratio is not as good for Speed to keep up with that. Buildings raised 66 to 14. And an outspend here by the Zerg player, but I don't know how to do math, but 20,000 resources. 15,000, it's a lot, is what it is. So there you go. So that right there is going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. Sometimes it's Falcon.Paladin, but you can figure that out. And until next time, as always, thanks for hanging out and enjoying StarCraft with me, and you take care of yourself.